Inglewood, California. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams down for their first possession. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2016 from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina was just actual game experience, just 13 starts in college. But he works so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent leader and player.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll roll him out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys get...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game.
And, you know, it's certainly...
A lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all,
trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Rams nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Try to forget about that pick six last time out. Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 33-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
On the ground, it's Akers. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Rams nothing.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Cam Akers, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they work this well upfield and cross the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Trubisky.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now throwing on first down and completing it.
Touchdown! Robert Woods get back within a touchdown.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
That's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Micah Hyde on the coverage.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now here's a deep shot
shot that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And less than a yard.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessary. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Cook. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Lets it fly for Thielen. It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it's third and goal.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Davius White on the coverage.
On third down, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that
by
is
the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense. Hey, we're going to do what we do.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll run here with Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Micah Hyde on the coverage.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Rolling to his right. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st down, Vikings.
They run again on 1st down. Cook, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a run with Cook. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
He was brought down by John Johnson.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Mitchell Trubisky is sacked.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. They got a man. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And that will be incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Vikings 1st down.
They run. Cook. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Cook. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis,